On the paper talk today, we'll be looking at whether it's Erik Ten Hag or Mauricio Pochettino who's set to become the next Manchester United manager. Have we been given any hints? Well, they've both had different fortunes this weekend. Does that tell us anything? There's also a midfielder that's signed for United. How has that happened? We'll give you an update on that. Let's check it out. Jay here, Stretford, Paddock. This is the paper talk. As you can see, I'm outside Old Trafford as usual, and it's pretty mild. Dare I say, it's getting warm. I'm almost ready to take off the parka. It's a scary thought. We'll get straight into it. Got a few stories to go through. We've also got, well, we've obviously got, I should say, an Erik Ten Hag update, a Mauricio Pochettino update. It looks like there's conflicting reports there as to who the next United manager is going to be. For my money, it looks like Ten Hag is slightly ahead of Mauricio Pochettino in the race, but we'll give you an update on that. Also an update on where Edinson Cavani could be heading in the summer, if anyone still cares about where he's going to be going in the summer. You may not. And United have signed someone. We've signed a midfielder. What? How has that happened? How is that not the biggest news in the history of association football? Well, I'll get into it. I'll explain it. There's reports everywhere, and it's been officially announced that United have completed the signing of midfielder Toby Collyer from Brighton. Collyer joins United on a 3.5-year deal. He's 18 years old. He's played at England level at under 16s and under 17s. Highly rated. Looks like he's a bit of a defensive midfielder. Fantastic. Obviously, he's 18. We've got to temper our expectations a little bit. So let's give him a week before we put him into the first team for every game. Yeah, so good young player. From the reports that I've read, it looks like he's, one of the most sought after prospects, if you can say that, in the country. So hopefully he can come here, get some, experience that he'll need before he's ready for the first team. Year or two, or maybe a few years down the line, we'll have to wait and see. Someone who's a little bit closer to the first team, who had a fantastic game yesterday and was very unlucky to be on the losing side, was James Garner. Nottingham Forest going out to Liverpool in the FA Cup quarter-finals. I felt for the lad because he played some absolutely fantastic balls. He looks like the type of player we need here at Old Trafford, which is quite handy because he's a Manchester United player. Liverpool going through, they're going to play City in the semi-final. It is annoying, it is frustrating, but at least one sort of small shred of light in all this mess is that James Garner looks like he could be nearly ready to come back to the United squad. I said this on a video the other week, I'd get him in here next season and give him a run in the team. I would. I think if you look at the state of our midfield this season, the amount of inconsistent performances we've had, the amount of under-par performances we've had, there's a lad gone to the Championship for 2 years now, and he's done very well. He's done very well against Premier League opposition in the FA Cup, against the likes of Leicester, against the likes of Arsenal, and of course against Liverpool. These aren't poor Premier League teams. Two of those teams are in the top four, and one of them's challenging for the title, and he stood up against him and performed very well indeed. So I would get James Garner back here in the summer, get him ready for the first team, get him in that first team, give him a chance. You may not agree. Get involved in the comments and let us know what you think. Do you think James Garner should be given a chance next season, or do you think he needs another loan? Do you think he's not up to it? Let us know your thoughts on Mr. Garner. When it comes to the managerial, I'm going to say managerial merry-go-round, but it's not a managerial merry-go-round, is it? Should we say managerial rumour merry-go-round? The two main candidates, Mauricio Pochettino and Erik Ten Hag, had differing fortunes over the weekend. Mauricio Pochettino, his PSG side lost 3-0 away to Monaco. I think that's the third or fourth away defeat on the spin? I think it's the third away defeat on the spin. I might be wrong, it might be four. Not having a good time of it of late, but they are still walking the league. They're still well ahead in the league. I think there's something like 12 points clear or something like that. So I can't see him slipping up on that front. Ajax have got it much closer in their league. I think it's only 2 points in it. But they had a late winner against Feyenoord. A big win there. Anthony with the goal. A player that has been sort of linked with United a little bit. He scored in the 94th minute, I think, and also got sent off with a second yellow. So Ajax look like they've got a bit more of a fight on the hands than PSG, but the narrative obviously is that Erik Ten Hag is doing a fantastic job at Ajax, where at PSG there's lots of question marks about Mauricio Pochettino, and you wonder how that means, what that's going to mean in terms of the two managers coming to Manchester United. It might not mean a lot this season, to be honest with you. It might be a case of they look at it, and if Mauricio Pochettino is the favoured choice, whether he storms the league or just wins it, I think he will win it by a few points. If he's the preferred choice, I think he'll end up here. However, it looks like there could be more fire to the smoke of Erik Ten Hag coming here, if that makes any sense. There's a report recently in the Express, I think, and it says Erik Ten Hag has reportedly has an agreement in place with Ajax that will allow him to leave the club this summer if Manchester United make an official approach. So it looks like he's got an agreement in place already. The Premier League side are expected to appoint a permanent manager to take over from interim coach Ralph Rangnick after the end of the season. Now, there were some quotes that people pulled up also as well about Van der Sar saying, you know, we sort of plan for coaches to leave and that sort of stuff. Those were quotes from a little while ago. But it looks like Ten Hag's got an agreement in place that he can leave if United come in for him. It looks like United do fancy him. It looks like, although it's close, he's going to win the Dutch League again. Don't forget, he went into the Ajax side. I don't think he won the Dutch League for 4 seasons, something like that. And, he's won the league, or he's on course to win the league every season he's been there, including a couple of doubles as well. A Champions League semi-final. I know they didn't do too well in the Champions League this season. We're flying in the groups and then got knocked out in the last 16. But he's doing a very, very good job there indeed. Maurizio Pochettino didn't win the league in his first season. He's been knocked out of the cup. Didn't do well in the Champions League in either season. The narrative around him at PSG is completely different to the narrative around Erik Ten Hag at Ajax, and I think that's why we may end up seeing Erik Ten Hag here. And personally, for what it's worth, he'd be my choice. Get involved in the comments. Let us know if he'd be yours. Another story, this was one that had Stephen Howson getting very excited. Paul Mitchell set to leave Monaco amid speculation about his Manchester United links. United have been given a boost in their hopes of hiring Paul Mitchell this summer as Monaco have decided to sack the sporting director. A lot of people saw or were making a big deal out of the fact that Paul Mitchell was pictured with Ralph Rangnick. People would love to see him come here, did a very good job at Spurs. Is he going to come here? I don't know. We've already got John Murtaugh, we've already got Darren Fletcher as technical director. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know if he'll come here. Apparently he wants to. Apparently it looks like he's free because he's just been sacked. We'll have to wait and see. As always, we'll keep you posted on that one. And just finally, on the Edinson Cavani front, it looks like Inter Milan are in for him as well. They're looking at him. He's a free agent in the summer. I mean, the fact that clubs like Barcelona, like Inter Milan, are linked with Edinson Cavani does show you the stature of the man, does show you that he's still highly rated. He is one of the top goal scorers in Europe over the last 10 years. If you look at his record, he's up there. Well, he's just slightly behind the likes of Messi, Ronaldo and Lewandowski. I think he's something like 4th in the list. So you can understand why clubs look at him. The thing is, he's constantly injured, and it's just been a really deflating season for Edinson Cavani this season. He looked like he'd ended the number 7 curse. Obviously, he lost the number 7 shit to Cristiano Ronaldo, but he's barely played this season. I think he's got 2 goals the whole campaign, and it's just been really frustrating from a Manchester United point of view. But that hasn't put other clubs off him. They're still looking at him. They still fancy him, and some of the biggest clubs in the world still want Edinson Cavani. It's just a shame we haven't seen more of him. Hopefully, he can play a part towards the end of the season. If we are going to push for that top 4, I think it's done. You may disagree. Get involved in the comments and let us know what you think. I've been Jay Motty. This has been the Paper Talk. Don't forget to hit like, share and subscribe. Let's get to 700,000 subscribers by the end of the season. Thanks for watching.